It seems like what you have in mind here is to protect the finances of Texas by putting some of Texas's resources into an asset that isn't going to be diluted through inflation. Would that be right?
No, that's exactly right. And I think what you hit on, which is key, is that Bitcoin is free from control from central authorities like the Federal Reserve or the governments or banks. I mean, we all know what's happened over the last 100 years or so, is that whenever the government needs more money, it simply turns a dial, right? And it simply allows more currency to appear out of thin air. Okay, not even borrowed, right? A lot of it is just made out of thin air. And what that does is it creates a supply imbalance, right? And so now you have a lot of dollars, and as there's too much supply, then the value goes down. And we've seen that happen time and time again. But what we've also done as individuals is ceded this liberty, ceded this authority to a government to be able to control the value of our work, the value of our assets, right? And so what Bitcoin, and by having Texas have that, we take control back, right? And we take control back not to the state, but to the people of the state, right? And that's the incredible promise and premise of Bitcoin is the decentralization nature of it, the freedom from government control, and the ability of people to transact as they want to.
Gio, let's look at the bill itself. I have it in front of me, and I want to highlight a couple of its provisions. One is you want Texas to buy and hold Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. You want Texas to store this Bitcoin in cold storage or in a safe way for at least 5 years. You want to allow state agencies to accept cryptocurrencies and convert them into Bitcoin. If it were up to you, how much Bitcoin would you buy on behalf of the state of Texas? And second of all, this kind of idea, which, I suppose would be extremely novel if it was 5 years ago. I don't think it's quite as shocking as it is perhaps today. What is the initial reception that you're getting from your colleagues when you spring this idea on them?
Right. And we did spring this idea on them a little bit last week. So I'll answer the last question first. It has become incredibly popular. A lot of my colleagues are interested in supporting me. We have this thing called joint authorship or co-authorship, where you can show support for legislation by other members that have a vote signing their name onto it. And I've already received a lot of members. We haven't even started session yet, and already members are wanting to support it. And I have not seen any negatives either from my members or from constituents, all positive things. Okay, so people are excited about this because they see the value of Texas having its own reserve